Good afternoon, Olly's farmers, or good morning if you're watching this in the morning. It is the afternoon now here on the farm, and this afternoon I am actually taking off the cattle float, which you can just see over there, and it's finished all of its jobs so far for this part of the year, and it will next be put on again, this cattle box, later on in the year. So today's job is to take off the top cattle container and put on the ladders so that we can cart some bales back to the farm, the hay and the silage, and also possibly a bit of straw as well. So here's the Dieci, and I've just got this out today so that I can pick up the trailer, take the trailer to the yard, and then I've got to undo all of the bolts down the side so that the container can then be loosened off, and then I will jack the container up with those jacks over there right in the distance, and then, hallelujah, the box will be off and I can put the ladders on. So that's what I'm doing today, and it is another lovely day here on the farm. It's lovely and sunny. It's about 25 today, so it's a little bit hotter than yesterday, and like I said, I've got the Dieci, and I've just been working out how to operate the rear hitch on it, because it's been a little bit complicated just to get the hitch out, but I've worked out how to do it now, and I've just got it down there and I've left it out ready so that I can just reverse and pick up the trailer. Right, for taking the bolts off the side, all I use is this impact gun with a 24mm socket on the end, and then I've also got a 24mm spanner here. So to take the bolts off the side, it is simply a case of putting the spanner underneath to connect onto the nut, and then putting the socket gun on the top, and then putting it into reverse, steadily just taking it off. And there we go, and off comes the washer as well, and the bolt will just simply slide out. So I've just got to do that about 8 times all around the cattle float. Right, so 8 bolts later, as you can see down below, all of the bolts now have been taken away from the holes, which you can see on the sides of the trailer. So the only actual pins which are holding the trailer on now are these pins just at the back here. As you can see, there's quite a large pin in there, and it connects up through to that piece of box section just at the top there. And the way you separate the pins, like I've said, is you simply jack up the trailer. So that's what we're now going to go and do, so that we can take the top off and put the stacks on. Okay, so before I bring the cattle float over, I just thought I'd show you, this is the ground I've cleared out for the silage. As you can see, it's looking a lot better now. It's much more flat and much more opened up, because I scrubbed it out with Dieci in the bucket the other day, and I've also removed all of the bales over there, and I've just placed them, the old bales, right in the distance over there, so they're out of the way now. So what I'm actually going to do later on is just top that out with the Machio and the John Deere, and just take out a lot of those weeds along that hedgerow, just to give us an extra bit of space to store bales. And the cattle float, I was just thinking where to put it. Along that concrete strip there, we actually need that ideally for trailers when they're coming in, so that you can reverse the trailer in, the trailer can be sitting there, and then someone can be unloading them here, and then the wrapper will probably be over there somewhere. So you just need a lot of space really. But the thing with the cattle float is it needs a really level surface so that you can jack it up properly. So ideally it needs to be on concrete, but this is really the only piece of concrete I've really got available for storing the cattle box. Whether I could actually just tuck it away in there, the cattle box, I'm not too sure. I'm just having a think now about where I can actually put it. Okay, so I've made a decision, and I'm pretty sure now I'm going to put the cattle box back where I actually got it from, because the ground here does seem to be fairly level, or relatively. It's only soil, but it's actually packed down sand, so it should be fairly solid for what I'm after. So let's just reverse it in, and I'll try and get it jacked up. If it doesn't work, I'll just have to put it on the concrete over there. But like I say, I really need that space for the trailers when they're reversing in. Okay, so I've now managed to just jack it up enough so that there's a considerable gap in between the trailer all the way to the back. So it's now time to actually pull the Dieci forward and separate the trailer from the container. Just got to put the stabilizers on the side, and all they do is just hold the ladder on. Okay, so the ladders are now onto the bale trailer, so my next job is to actually tidy up the area just by the bales, which is just over there. Okay, so there we go, another day over and done with, and the yard is looking a lot tidier now. As we can see, the Dieci has done a great job of tidying up this area here for the silage, and here's the trio, the trio of machines here. We've got the Dieci, which is currently still on demo, the 6930, and of course the JCB 52656, which is now fixed, and the cattle float, which has been taken off, the grain trailer, which is full of silage wrap, the feeder bedder, which has still got to be serviced, the straw over there, and the old silage bales. So today we've really tidied up the yard and got it ready for silage, really. All of these implements along here I'll probably just move out of the way as well. So the other problem we've got at the moment is the John Deere 6930's EGR valve, which has got to be fixed, so hopefully we can get that sorted. Hopefully you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, do give it a thumbs up, it would be much appreciated. Thank you very much for watching, and as always guys, do comment, rate and subscribe for plenty more videos to come.